welcome to a special 2222 energy report. What an incredible day. I missed the last energy report I wanted to do. Well, I guess I didn't miss it because I don't believe in that. I believe in everything is unfolding exactly how it's supposed to unfold. And there's a beautiful surrender in that. When you just surrender and you surrender to the experience, that there's no worry. Everything's happening in divine timing. Everything's unfolding exactly as it's supposed to unfold. And an opportunity missed is not an opportunity missed. It's like planting a seed of intention of getting somewhere. So it's almost like you have more time to plan out executing that part of your mission next time. It's like, no, I didn't miss out. And I have more time now to think about when I do get there, how I'm going to do this. I have more time now to plan it. And if I don't get there, then it wasn't part of my path and I'm building over here. And then there's another surrendering there. Because we can't all do everything. It would be great if we could just all do everything, but that's why we came here to get the experience. Now let's just see what's happening. They've shown me Two of Pentacles. This is about balance and creation and destruction and creation and the balance, the flow. And thought it was interesting because the Two of Pentacles ended up being at the top of the vice versa deck. Well, we're having an ending, and look at that. We're having a rebirth. This is connected to our truth, and look at that. I love it. There's a solar eclipse. The moon is in front of the sun. And this is where we had our ending. Our great revolution, the change. Solar eclipse in Capricorn. We're going to get a reshuffle, guys. And now we're going to battle back. We've had an ending from our heartbreak. We've had an ending from battling back. We're recouping. So this is not about battling back. This is about, we had a death. We had a death from the Three of Swords. We're moving on from this space. We're not battling our pain anymore. We're not battling our heartbreak anymore. We're not battling our betrayals. Whatever this situation is for you, whatever's been accumulated here, we're moving on from this space now. That's the message. Where are we going? Okay, well, we're definitely manifesting. We need to get out of our anxiety now that we've had our ending. We've had our ending. And now we're just like sitting there and it's like we don't know what to do. We're just trapped. But we're not trapped. The 2222 energy portal is here today to tell us that we're not. We no longer have to live in lack of. We don't have to do that. We know that the light is within. The light is within us. We just have to heal. We have to heal from our ending. We have to allow time for healing. And this is where I see the healing taking place. It's taking place within the Four of Wands. It's taking place here, and we're healing with spirit. And it's like we're healing with other energies in this space. We're connecting to other energies in this space as part of our spiritual quest. It's part of the foundation of the light. And when we do so and we heal, this is when we're restored and we're ready now to act with our passions and the light. We're ready now to act with our God spark. And this is creating with healing. This is creating with life. You can see this staff. Look at the life coming out of this staff. But something was burnt down here. Something was burnt away. And it was to get closer to the truth. Because now we're manifesting. Here's the Magician. As above, so below. We've brought the light within the dark. And on the back of his cloak is the tree of life and the pathways that we are taking. These are the transformative pathways of growth, connected to our divine blueprints, connected to us. And we are in creation. And when we are in creation, we are in destruction as well. We are creating to destroy and destroying to create. That keeps the energy of the spiral going naturally. And it's, you know, it's about expansion. We have to learn how to let go. That's a really big message right now. We really need to learn how to let go. We can't just stay stuck here. We're not going to stay stuck here, but we're going to understand that our new beginning is being birthed from our ending. It's like this. Our new beginning is being birthed from our ending. And we're in completion. This is healing. This is when we're no longer the serpent that eats its own tail anymore. See, here we're the serpent that eats its own tail. But we're no longer that. We're healing. Look at all that life. The serpent is a wreath of life. It's connected to where we're shifting. It's like north, south, east, west. We're going into a new direction, and it's connected to the 4 angels, the 4 elements, and the 4 directions. That's a message somehow. It's connected to the 4 directions. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Our pineal gland is being activated in this. There's a pineal gland activation in this 5 of Pentacles. And it's going to be connected to this message. It's also connected to our tree of life. What we're manifesting here. And we're manifesting with the heavens. We're manifesting with the heavens. We are literally having pineal gland activation right there. And that activation is connected to this message. We know this is the 7 of Cups. This is exactly what we've been discussing. It's all on point to how we're shifting, seeing through our illusions. We are being activated with our visions of what we need to see in order to heal, and how we're not in lack of, and what is real for us to build off of, what is not, where we're being inspired by our illusions of artistry, of creation. But then what is truth? What is real? What is actual dark? What's dark there? What's dark? Because it's not all light. And we have the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles is where we're building the foundations. Literally, we're building the foundations of the light, brick by brick. 7 of Water, knowing, trust, faith, surrender, release control, peace, certainty, passive. And this is the unfolding. This is how we're just unfolding now. We're just unfolding. We're letting things unfold. Surrender to the flow of life. Relinquish the need to control. All happens as it's meant to. The future will bring you what you need, not what you want. Control is an illusion. Your influence on the future is limited. Yield and be flexible, a gentle, passive approach. You know, I've always wondered why I've repeated myself so many times when I feel called to. Sometimes it just happens, like I don't even do it, it just naturally happens. And I just think sometimes we repeat as we know our words are our spells. And it's in order to set a tone for a manifestation. As we know, things are about numbers today. 2222. You know, and we know the world is all built off of patterns and numbers. And they are connected to our rituals and how we manifest, how we care for ourselves, how we live, how we connect. Numbers are everywhere. And I really honestly think, like, sometimes when we repeat something, we're not supposed to be perfect, you know? Oh, well, why did I repeat myself? Why did I say this? Well, because you weren't supposed to. Repetition is a part of life. It's what's real. It's not artificial. Artificial is perfection. Artificial is not what's real. That's not natural. That's not what we're doing. We're the Fibonacci sequence over here. We're using natural growth for our expansion. The Seven of Water represents letting go and surrendering to the flow of life, and doing so with complete trust and faith. It's about relinquishing control over all relationships and outcomes, and believing that whatever unfolds in the future is what's meant to be. Working diligently in the past. All she does with her love is to create a future that will bring what she needs to learn, to heal, and to grow. Now content and satisfied because she knows she has done everything she can. She lays back to rest, allowing herself to flow to the next moment and task. There's no needing to control others right now because that is connected to fear. Control is born of fear. Whether that fear is about losing someone or losing something we love, of being alone, or is simply a fear of failure or missing out, we do what we can to maintain the illusion that we have control. But control is only an illusion, even if we would like to believe otherwise. Because it's not about control, it's about making empowered choices to what is. We came here to have an experience, and you know what? It's sad. It's sad when someone passes over. It's sad when we get hurt. It's sad when someone we love gets hurt. It's sad when people are suffering. It's sad when all these things are happening around us. But we have to surrender to it just is what it is. That's the way it is. We have to add the truth of the light so that we can change it, so that we can transform it, so we can manifest with what it is. We're going to build off the truth of the dark and the light, but we're going to transmute the dark with the light, and we're going to build off of it, and we're going to transform it. And it just doesn't mean things are going to stay the way they are. They're going to change, and they may not change in the way that we think that they will, but they're going to change in the way that they need to change, connected to the natural flow, the natural rhythms of the cycles of the planet, of how we grow here, growth. And it's just an acceptance. It's a surrender. We surrender to the flow. And that's what the time we're in. We're in a time of surrendering to the flow, but we can then get to, after that point, we get to start making our empowered choices of where we're going once we've surrendered to the flow. And then we work with the flow in order to take charge. And it's like, you know, you're in water. You're in the water now, like you're in a kayak, you're in a boat, whatever. You don't have control over that water, but you're in it. But you can start using a paddle. What kind of boat are you in? That makes a difference. How are you paddling? Are you working with the currents? Are you working against the currents? Sometimes you're working with both. That's what you start just realizing you're doing. You start realizing you came here to swim, and you stop sinking. And it's like we're all just sinking right now because we don't know what we're doing. But we have to learn how to swim. And you have to learn how to swim. And you have to learn how to swim connected to you. Connected to your patterning. Connected to your healing. Your divine blueprints. Your patterning. Your rhythms. Your cycles. Your flow. What feels good to you. Because we're all going to come back to one. We're all going to come back to love and end on separateness through our own unique way. Because we've all been shown darkness and hurt within a different pattern, within a different form. But so all of our patterns and forms will be different in order to get back to one, in order on our journeys. So We look to others in order to resonate. We look to others in order to resonate with a positive and a negative to order to understand us, as thus we are all thus reflections of ourselves. So it's like, oh, you listen to someone's story. It's like, oh no, we don't get mad that we're listening to someone's story because it's not our story. It's like, it's like, oh no, I don't resonate with that. There's a negative here. It's a disconnect within. But why am I disconnecting within? Because I need to make a connection somewhere else. So it's like, because I don't resonate with this experience. It's not my experience. Oh, well, you hear someone else's experience. It's the same with yours. You're having such a positive transformation of energies. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is exact same as me. It's because you're resonating with a similar experience. But you're learning something from both. You're learning something from that negative experience as much as you're learning from the positive. We learn from the negative. The negative takes space. The negative takes up space within our environments. It makes up part of the whole. Negative takes up space within our lives. It's part of the whole. But how do we use the negative to build off of in a constructive way? It's like, we're the mouse that's not going to get caught in the mouse trap. We're going to be smart enough to study and evolve, and we're going to transform, and we're just going to create anew. And that's how we're going to evolve the species. And animals do it too. There's animals that have evolved to just eat certain foods. Let's just use, an animal that's evolved to just eat a certain food because other foods are toxic to stay alive longer than, a similar species. Because we evolve, we advance. That's what we're doing. Now, I don't think we need to read this card. I'll just explain it. The Four of, as I've spoken a lot, the Four of Earth, we are now creating slow and steady wins the race with stability of the light, solar plexus healing. And it's just brick by brick. It's like, even if we're tired, we keep going. This is the Capricorn energy. Look at the horns. We're transforming through the dark to the light, but we're using the light. We're using the dark as fuel. And just brick by brick, like look at him. His arm is cut. He's tired. But he's just going to do it brick by brick. He's going to keep going because you know what? It's like all of a sudden you just put in that last brick and you're done and you're there. And then it's energy shift, energy change. And it's like you're done. You're not, you can recoup. But you also, it speaks specifically in this card that we have now a rest. We recoup our energies. We use the energies of the moon now in order to recharge. And that's the gift of the moon, La Luna. All right. Now, let's see. Where are we shifting to with the Quantum Oracle? So we know what's happening here. We're seeing through our illusions. And we're grounding our new foundations connected to the divine of the light of our Ten of Pentacles. Now we're about to shift. Hello, thank you. I love the geese here, guys. And they're chiming in. They're confirming. So this is going to be really sacred where we're going. And you know what? These lovely Canadian geese, they mate for life. I love it. We are having a successful outcome, but we're going to transform through deception, guys. This is connected to our consciousness. We're going to gain a happy success, joy. We're going to create joy through the expansion of our conscious with spirit. And there is the balance of the Two of Pentacles. And look at, we're balanced with the light there. And we've connected left and right brain. We're whole. Our heart and our head are on the same, they're thinking the same way. Now, an event has happened. An event has all happened within our lives. We are all connected to trauma or pain in some way, some sort of deception. And it didn't feel right. We didn't resonate with it. We needed to experience the darkness in order to bear witness to the light and our transformation, to believe, to trust, to have faith in the divine. We transform from our deception. This is where we start putting the patterns together. This is where we start putting the patterning together of the light. We are creating with the energy of the dodecahedron, and the dodecahedron is the shape of spirit. It's what formed the constellations. It's the shape of God, connected to God. And we've changed the cycles here. We're in a cycle 5. We're going to get the message from this transformation, because this transformation leads us directly to spirit, our crown chakra, and our higher self. And that's what this 2222 portal is activating for us here today. Transformation with spirit of spirits. Transformation. Significant transition. This card shows a woman getting ready to cross a bridge and move into a new light-filled adventure. In a rolled up scroll, she carries all the wisdom she needs to move forward. This fortuitous card reveals a time of great inner and possibly outer transition. You are now at a place where you are capable of transforming your old life into something brand new. Unhealthy patterns of thought and behavior are now ready to shift into the much higher resonance of peaceful, non-judgmental energy. For some people, this is no less than an opportunity to reinvent themselves. As a result, it is about putting you on notice that you are a powerful manifester. Your inner changes now will reap phenomenal results in the near and distant future. So spend some time going inward, consciously choosing optimism, trust, and self-love. As you make these changes, you will see your outer life transform as well. Perhaps a new relationship or a bigger and better career move is on the horizon. Visualize these great outer results as you continue to work on your inner transition of consciousness and vibration. When you do, you will find the cycle moving on to one of great expansion. And that's what we're doing, and this is part of cracking the code in that new moon message from Aquarius. We're bringing the light within, and that's the knowledge, and we're connecting to also our light within, and it's like they're connecting, they're clicking, and we're creating within there, we're transitioning, we're transforming, and then we bring our light without and we expand. And this is really the energy of the lighthouse, and you've seen it as many symbolism for twin flame transformation, because it's where we're generating the light from within to without, and we're just beaming with our light. And this is definitely creating a new, we're crossing the bridge. We're crossing the bridge to what we're building, where we're going, and we need someone to journey with. You know what? Who are we journeying with? Who are we journeying with, Spirit? We have our knowledge. We have our divine blueprint. And this is what we're doing. We're empowering ourselves. The spirit of empowerment is here. And that's to help us with our empowerment. The dancer of joy is here to help us in the creation of our joy. We have the ancestor of hope to aid us on this transformation. And we are traveling with the companion. I am the companion of your journey. I set your feet upon the path between the worlds and help to steer your course to the places where truth may be found. I am both guide and guardian, making sure you do not stray too far from the path or visit those who may be unfriendly or unwilling to help. By remaining at my side, you will find truth and guidance from the spirits. Think of me always as your friend. one of who shares in your search for truth and walks at your side, wherever the journey may take you. The companion is an important and powerful ally of the seeker, acting as a spiritual guide and supporter, and will offer unconditional help wherever you need it. This detail of cave art shows two hands that contain and protect the spirit of the companion, which rises from a zigzag line of energy. It is this energy that binds the world of spirit and the world of humans together and allows the door between them to open. The companion forms a bridge between these worlds, allowing the journeyer to enter in search of help from the spirits. Shamans, past and present, work with helpers of this kind, beings like the companion who become close friends and allies in the task of journeying between the worlds. So we have the companion because we're journeying between the worlds. We need to. It's portal time. All right, where are we going? We're working through our deception. And if you know what? Even if at work, I hate that like work gossip, lower vibrational. I just remove myself from it. Don't even feed into it. I've always felt called to my whole entire life. I just don't even bother to feed into that and just walk away and start building something with the light. Now we're healing. We're battling back. We're connected to spirit. We're higher vibrational. We're connected to the companion here. And look at that, the world. This is where we're healed here. We're healed here. We're actually transformed. And this is connected to the companion. We've transformed. We're connected to our knowledge, our divine light. Wow, I was mixing those two words together. The alchemy of two words. Divinity and light. The Prince of Wands. We're going forth now with our flame, and we're going somewhere. Where are we going? Wow. We're going towards our fortune increase. We're literally going forth, traveling forward on this portal. Prince of Wands. We're on our spiritual quest, connected to our spark, our divinity, our flame, our passions, Father energy. We're creating. Now we've connected, and look at that. We're connected to the moon, and the moon is in Aquarius right now. But we've connected to the moon, and we all have also connected to our dark, our light. And we're moving forward with both. Yin and yang. We're in the flow here. And you can also see too, we have our staff. Our staff is present, and we've transformed here. And we're going forth with higher vibrational energies, and we're connected to our emotions. We're connected to our emotions, and they're a driving force right now, but our emotions have been balanced out in a healthy way thanks to the moon, thanks to La Luna. And we know that we got our messages. She was hanging with Venus and reminding us, and some other planets were in the mix, and really all the planets help with our transformation, right? We're connected to everything. We're connected to the all. And it's reminding us to ground love and to balance. And we're balancing our heads with our hearts. That's what's happening. And when we're balancing with our heads and our hearts, we're connecting now to our Ten of Pentacles. And this is what we're doing. This is why we're just building brick by brick. We're just going to keep building brick by brick till we get there. And we're going to remember that the moon reminds us to rest and recoup, because that helps us to raise our vibration and to see things from a different perception and to recharge our energy. So, because really we're learning that it's about driving our energy. When we're in that chariot, it's about learning how to drive our energy. We're actually driving our own self, our energy. And we're connected to the sun, we're connected to the moon. But the moon is what's showing us where we need to transform, where we're unbalanced in order to balance. And it's working with the energy of the sun, the light, in order to do so. I want to thank you for joining me here. Much love and healing vibes sent your way today. Let's jump through this portal. Let's transform anew. I'm ready to go somewhere new. Take care.